Good evening, masterminds. It's time to react to some jokes on Reddit. I hate two-faced people. It's so hard to decide which face is left first. My grandfather lived for 96 years and he never needed glasses. He just drank from the bottle. Why did Hillary Clinton run for president? Because it's easier than running from law enforcement. Edgy original joke. Trump is stupid. I called the suicide hotline in Iraq. The dude got all excited and asked me if I could drive a truck. I just saw my math teacher lock himself in his office with a piece of graph paper. I think he must be plotting something. What's the difference between a poorly baked pastry dish and a cash-grabbing prick? One's a shit pie and the other's a jit pie. 11 days. 11 days. A kid threw a chunk of cheddar at me today. I didn't think that was very mature. Fortunately, it wasn't sharp. Dating in your 30s is like looking for a parking spot. The good ones are all taken, the rest are either handicapped or too far away. I told my doctor I broke my leg in 2 places. He said to stop going to those places. You know why I don't trust gay people? Because they're never straight with me. I used to go out with an English teacher, but she dumped me. She didn't approve of my improper use of the colon. I've never seen this before. What's the difference between Jake Paul and Hitler? Hitler knew when to commit suicide. Dark jokes. Dark jokes. Oh. What have I gotten myself into? I joined a forum for people with Down syndrome. Comments are disabled. Science flies you to the moon. Religion flies you into skyscrapers. Yes. What do you call a black guy who's lost in the middle of the woods? Abandoned property. Oh my gosh. Target practice. Suspect. Escaped convict. A lost man. A piece of animal shit. Oh my gosh. A fine wine is like a fine girl. 14 years aged. I walked in on my sister masturbating with a carrot. I shouted, "Fuck, are you serious? I was gonna eat that later, but now it will taste just like carrots." Why do white people own so many pets? Because they're not allowed to own people anymore. What's the similarity between Christmas and sex? The children are tired at the end of it. Gosh. What do you say to a white slave? Happy opposite day. What's the hardest part about being a pedophile? Fitting in. How can you tell when a cabbage is boiled? The wheelchair floats to the top. What's the difference between anal and oral sex? Oral sex makes your day, anal makes your whole week. I saw a black man with a Best Buy uniform on. I asked him if his owner knew where he was. How are black people like monkeys? They both hang from trees. Apparently it's normal for doctors to touch and feel your testicles during a checkup. Well, I guess I just found out my dad is the doctor. I had the highest respect for my wife, but then she bought a Mac for her and the kids. I did what any sane person would do. I burned the house down with everyone else inside. What do you call a black man in New York? King Kong. What do you call 3/4 of head? John F. Kennedy. Oh my gosh. Oh. What do alcoholics and necrophiliacs have in common? They both like opening a cold. Who are the fastest readers? 9/11 victims. They went through 89 stories in 7 seconds. What's the difference between black people and cancer? Cancer got jobs. What's the hardest part about being a forensic scientist? My take. How do Nazis prefer their juice from concentrate? How do you know when Asians are moving into the neighborhood? All the Mexicans start buying car insurance. What separates people from animals? The Mediterranean Sea. The condom. Why do Jewish people watch porn in reverse? They love watching the hooker give the money back. How does a Jew say fuck you? Trust me. What do black people do after sex? 15 years to life. What do you call a white person in the hood? A victim. What does a priest give to a young child? A holy fire. What's the difference between a Jew and potatoes? The potatoes don't knock on the oven's door. Why does abortion make you feel young? It really brings out the kid in you. How do we know Jesus was black? Because he never saw his father. With only 3 inches, I make my wife scream. Damn, that knife is sharp. What do you call a retard in a sauna? A steamed vegetable? I think cripple works better than retard. Don't do drugs. Why shoot up heroin when you can shoot up a school? How do you swat 200 flies at one time? Hit an Ethiopian in the face with a frying pan. What's worse than hitting a group of children with your car? Only hitting one. I don't like spending too much time with my girlfriend's family because her husband is getting suspicious. Have I told you a joke about Alzheimer's? Have I? That's so sad. Jared from Subway ensures the jury that the children ate fresh. Men are so rude to women. Why would you punch your own dishwasher? Why can't Santa Claus be Jewish? Because Santa Claus has to go down the chimneys. As they say in France. I think that's enough fucked up things to hear in a day. Masterminds, I'll catch you in the next video. Remember, be smart for your heart. Good night.